Toprak, the pre-race favourite here in Portimao, given the build-up to this race one. But Bulega is putting in a good performance here to do everything he can to keep Razgatlioglu behind him, but he's not going to do so for much longer. We saw Toprak make that kind of move in the early laps as he fought his way through the field, and after his sluggish start, Razgatlioglu now hits the front, and Bulega thinks about recovering down the inside. He's not quite there on Razgatlioglu, who's got that position done. 13 laps still to go. Bulega's got to answer back immediately here.
Make a point now, Bulega. Get yourself through into turn one and try and just make that move so Toprak knows he has to defend you.
Here he goes off the final bend. Nicolo Bulega pulls out, and alongside Toprak Razgatlioglu. Toprak's going to be deep on the brakes. Nicolo Bulega, though, has claimed track position. Can he get it stopped for turn one? This is crucial. Bulega takes the lead. Razgatlioglu now will have the run and the inside line in towards turn number 3. Great lap or so between the two of them, and Bulega still holds firm up front. Toprak Razgatlioglu has already made a couple of jabs down the inside of Nicolo Bulega. He made one here a lap ago. He does it again on lap number 8. And Bulega is trying not to get sucked into defending and losing time and giving opportunities to Razgatlioglu, but he is through again on lap number 8. It's Razgatlioglu who leads from Bulega in second. The gap opening up all the while to the rest of the podium contenders. It's a head-to-head between the top two in the World Championship from last year and the two fastest men of the weekend so far here in Portimao. Off the final bend, Razgatlioglu to the inside, Nicolo Bulega to the outside. Toprak has got the upper hand here. He's got the turning and the opportunity into turn one, and Bulega finally has to concede on lap number 9. Is there an opportunity to answer back into turn 3 or turn 5? That could be the move made down the inside into turn 1 at the start of lap 9 for Razgatlioglu. As Razgatlioglu sees his margin decrease against Nicolo Bulega, and look at the speed of Bulega at the start of lap number 10. Bulega's through before the braking zone, and that really will shock Razgatlioglu, who recovers through turn 2. Bulega now will have the inside into turn 3, but Toprak gets it stopped into the slowest corner of this Algarve International Circuit.
You can see it here when we take the outboard shot where you'll see the curb for the riders. Bulega goes that little bit wider on the entry and then cuts himself back across to cut across the inside curb at turn 14. He's trying to make sure he carries more momentum across that. Toprak isn't able to do that with the BMW, and for Bulega it kind of sets something up through that last sector.
Here it is again, gap down to 1/10 of a second as they cross the line, and Nicolo Bulega sweeps through at the start of lap 14. Had a great run off at turn 15 at the end of lap 13, and he is now through to lead once again. Closest Toprak Razgatlioglu has been for some time, and he's going to try and outbrake in towards turn number 1, and he's done so, and Bulega's offline, and this is a margin now in hand for Toprak Razgatlioglu, so he's not going to lose that place through turns 3 and 5. Bulega's got to get straight back onto his tail. And Bulega is close, sliding his way through with 2 laps to go now. Toprak Razgatlioglu leads, but can he hold him off into turn 1 on lap 19? Bulega is through again, sweeps across the path of Razgatlioglu, who breaks hard to get it stopped, but it's Bulega who will lead them again.
Yeah, and you can see for Toprak though, through turn 1, so fast, he trips over the back of Bulega.
Toprak's going to dive down the inside now into turn 3, slowest corner on the circuit at Lagos, 55 kilometers per hour through there, and Razgatlioglu immediately responds against Nicolo Bulega. Bulega pulls to the inside line. Toprak tries to sweep across his path. Bulega will come again into turn 1. Bulega's forced to go to the outside, and Toprak Razgatlioglu heaviest on the brakes from 320 kilometers an hour to just 110 for turn 1, and it is Toprak Razgatlioglu who leads, having passed the key overtaking opportunity for Nicolo Bulega.
Bulega switched his tactics very early in that. He knew he wasn't going to be in a position to attack into turn 1. He had to try and carry the roll speed through 1 and 3. He's maybe a little bit too far back now again from Toprak to try and attack. We'll wait and see if he gets one more opportunity, but Toprak did what he had to do there.
Run to the line. Is that possible? It's been tight a couple of times during this race, but I don't think Nicolo Bulega has been behind and then led across the line yet.
He hasn't been this close either, though, so we'll see if Bulega is able to do that. Well, you have to look through turn 15 and 14 is, will Toprak have a little slide? That's what cost him in Estoril, where he got a little bit big on the gas, and for Razgatlioglu through turn 15, he has to be absolutely silky smooth. And you can see for Bulega, though, he has put himself back in a position to attack. He's closer this lap than he was a lap ago to try something up into turn 13 as well, but he's waiting until that runs the line.
Toprak Razgatlioglu missed the start, clambered his way through the field, fought his way into the race lead, but since then there's never been more than half a second between him and Nicolo Bulega. Bulega consistently answering back throughout, has given probably the best account of himself yet, but can he finish it in the best possible way in the closing sector now of this race one? 3 times in a row Toprak Razgatlioglu has won here in Portimao. A hat-trick first time out for Nicolo Bulega. Those are the 2 contenders in the drag race to the line. Toprak Razgatlioglu takes his first victory of his title defence in 2025. Nicolo Bulega is beaten but not disgraced. A superb ride to finish less than 1/10 of a second down on the pre-race favourite. What a race, what a finish, and what a man Toprak Razgatlioglu is. He was superb, answering consistently back against Bulega there.